Hey, what's going on? I figured I would share with you a couple of my magazine journals and my little composition journal. I think I got this at Dollar Tree or Dollar General. This is the one that I couldn't find the other day. And I think I may have shared this one, but I've got the black paint on it. It's kind of been my aesthetic lately. So I thought that I would do a quick, just a little flip through. This is how chunky it is. It's getting a little chunk monkey. This is an Orion magazine. This is from 2008. I have no idea what their paper is like now, but there is their website right there. It's a pretty expensive magazine. I got this for free out of a bin at a used bookstore. But yeah, I just lately my aesthetic has really been edging everything in black. I know there's a glare. Uh, I just, I can't help it. I don't have a great setup. The Hope and the Hype was actually in the magazine and I left it. It seems like I remember talking about that. I accidentally went over the words a little bit. I hate that, but it's okay. I like the way that it's starting to look, and yeah, I'm really digging it. This came out of that Red Book catalog, Red Roses catalog by I can't pronounce that. But yeah, this is such a good catalog, and I'm working on reverse collaging it with a lot of the blacks and the greens and all that. But not done yet. I did show you that. I haven't worked any more in that, but you can definitely see same model. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick flip through, kind of let you know my process. I just kind of edge it in black. Sometimes then I just kind of smear some black paint over it, and it just immediately makes it artsy. This I haven't done hardly anything at all. This was just a photo, and then this was a background, and I stuck this on that, and I like it the way it is, and I may add like some words, and that'll be done. Love this. This came from a book, an old book about Rome, I believe. I can't turn the page. Apparently, they wanted you to look at that really good. So, yeah, this came out of an old Ideals magazine. Do you remember those from like the 70s? I got some like for free. I like the way this turned out. This was from a scrapbooking pack. In fact, I've got another strip here. And it's just like the samples that shows you like what's the different patterns are in the pack. And then I just glued it down, and then I put the little black stripe around it, and I really love the way that looked. So yeah, and I think this was actually in the magazine itself. So this is actually part of the magazine. Yeah, it is. And then I just glued these two strips on it and then blacked it out, and it looks great. I like it just the way it is. This definitely came from Ideals, and so did this. But I just kind of throw things down. This was in the magazine itself, and I just like, this is like the name of the bird, and you can kind of see the print through it if I get it just right maybe, but I just kind of blacked out that part and left it because I like the artwork. Yeah, this was the center page of the magazine. I'm drifting. This was the center page of the magazine, and I liked it the way it was, so I just added a little bit of black, and I probably won't do hardly anything else. If I find the right words to this, I might outline these a little bit, but yeah, I just enjoy showing you guys my process because I believe that it's important to be creative every day, and I think sometimes we look at like Dee Dee Willingham and her wonderful worlds, and we think, man, I could never do that. This is another one of those paper sample things, and this was a part of the magazine. And I just want to tell you that that's not true. Anybody can be creative and make something beautiful. This was actually a 2-page spread in an Ideals magazine. Do I have an Ideals near me right now? Let me look real quick. I don't think I do. They were real popular. I'm not seeing one. They were really popular like in the 70s. I remember my grandmother used to get them. They'd be like Valentine's Day or whatever, and they had different pictures and poems and stuff in them. But yeah, this was just a 2-page spread, and I actually did not mean to ink the middle. I was going to leave it open, but I think it looks fine. I think it looks good, and I really kind of dig the way that it looks. And then I kind of just muddled up this. I am by no means an artist, but I enjoy being creative. And I do think it's important to be creative in your life. It does help you in so many different ways. I love the way this turned out so much. Uh, I love the bees on the pins, and then I just glued this down and then glued that over it, and I just like the way it looks just like that. And that's the thing, I just don't think about it much when I glue things down. I just glue things down and then play with it, and it comes out to be looking pretty cool. I mean, all I've done here in this book is just throw some random images together. I mean, look, elk and some trees, and then I just put black between them, and boom, all of a sudden it's something artistic. Throw a model on there. This is just a photo that I found. I think that actually may be in the magazine. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, these are all just random. Look, this is sausages. This is like a car. This is like a place setting. This is like a place setting sideways. It's just like a photograph of something. This, I can't even tell what that is anymore. I think it's like little houses, and then it's just, I didn't care about colors or anything. I just stuck them on the page. This is an advertisement for a bracelet. This is a picture from Biltmore. And then this is like lipstick colors, I believe, or nail polish colors that I cut out of a magazine. And this is like the subscription card. So I just taped it in there really good and left it. And I believe this is Biltmore. Yeah, this is like cake and somebody riding their bike. It's just nonsense put together. Just nonsense. Look, this is like a mountain on its side. Somebody holding a drink. This is also on its side. This is upside down. You just throw things in there, and it just really starts to form something. And to me, I think it's just very important to be creative. I'm drifting and everything. Okay, this is my little composition book. Now, some of these, I'll hold this up. Some of these I finished, and some of them that I haven't. But they're all blacked, and they're all ready to be finished. So this was the first one, Relax and Enjoy, and I kind of made a 2-page spread. And this one I used like stencils and stamps and things like that. Stargazer No More, that's kind of a personal thing. This says Create. Do like no one else. All that you are is a star on the water. This is a lyric from a song that I was listening to, and that just struck me for some reason, so I put it in my book. This one was, oops, I kind of used the same model on both pages. I didn't mean to do that, but it says lead by example, enjoying the best. And I love this because it looks like a big halo around her. All aglow. So yeah, I like this the way this one turned out too. So a lot of these are done. Change your focus. And then I just kind of like traced around. These aren't going in the Louvre, people. These aren't going to be valuable artwork. Just paste things down. Play with your supplies. Choose your own adventure. On this, I just used green, and then I traced around everything in green. Oh, this one was good. This is a good example. See, I was gluing it down, and I ripped her face off. So, don't you hate when that happens? So I just kind of positioned it there and then just said, bringing it all together. This is home, and then I just traced different elements of the background in green. Shannon Green is really good about you just lay things down and then it just comes together. I'm really digging the composition books. This is like color. Like I had this down and then I saw her in my stash and I liked the way the colors put together, so I glued her down. But Shannon Green's like, I just lay it down and if it feels right, then I do it. And this is just trash that you're using. You're just taking trash and creating art. You forgot, but you remember. So yeah, just random elements that I've just laid down together. I can't turn the page, it's stuck. I think it's important to be creative. So this is my little chunky monkey mini composition book. I don't think I've done a big composition book, but this one all I've inked and stenciled and did my black and white in it. Lots of stencils in here. See, I forgot to even stencil anything on that one. Maybe I have shown this before, now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah. Anyways, this is my little composition book. I glue a girl on the back. Wow. Something new that I'm working on is I found this in my son's room, and it's an old art journal that he wasn't using anymore. So I painted all black because he had written some stuff here. And then I did the edges in black because he had written something on the edges. And then I had to unstick all the pages. And probably still not all unsticked. But then I just started doing the same process that I do for the magazines, which is I just glue stuff down and then start putting the black around it. And then I'm going to stencil and stamp and all that. So yeah, that's what I've been working on lately. I just wanted to jump on here and just share a little bit with you. I'll show you a little bit about how I do my images. I got two different band systems. I got one that's small bands, and these are like small peoples. These are like little peoples. And then I've got a bigger band. Where are my people? Yeah. So I got this, which is more like bigger pieces for people. And so, I just put them in here. And so I have a big bin and then a corresponding little bin of the same thing. And I got these at like Dollar Tree, and I love these bins, and usually they come out in the spring, so they should be coming out soon. Now for this bin, because they were little, I actually put in this black, move lady, this black right here is just some duct tape, just so that they wouldn't slip through, because some of them was quite small. But I have my small bins here, so this is just like backgrounds and paper bits and whatever. Here's my big bin for that. And then I have one for words. And then I have one for a bling, which is all watches and jewelry, things like that. I get a lot of that out of the fashion magazines. And then I have one that I call focal points, or just focal, and it's just different things that kind of I want to cut out, that's easy to cut out, that I can kind of put. This could actually probably go in people, but like a picnic basket. Oh, I got it upside down. Picnic basket that I can kind of just put on the page. There's a fish in here. I don't know where in the world I'm going to put this fish. But yeah, and then maybe like little strips like this, because it's got icons and stuff on it. So rather than putting it in the other bin, it kind of goes in there so I can find it later. So yeah, that's just a little bit of my process. So I have a big bin, and then I have a smaller bin for these. And then I also have I'm trying to get to it over here. I've got like a big drawer that I have like full size pages in. Like these came from the Ideals book, and this came from like a Roman book. So if it's like a full page, I usually stick it in here because it won't fit in the bin. So yeah, I think it's really important that you go out and you be creative with whatever you do. These are just made out of junk magazines and glue. very cheap. Paint's cheap. That's it for me today. Go out and be creative. Till next time. Bye, guys.